Channel 942, Richmond News at 9:42. I'm Matthew Heupel.
And I'm Will Petrozinski. Today we have a story on Gable Pace, a 6th grade boy who lost his uncle. He hid the secret remarkably well, and nobody knew till a few months afterward. His uncle, Vernon Culligan, was Gable's guardian for a few months after he was removed from the foster care system. Mr. Culligan died of a heart attack and was buried at the Arlington National Cemetery for his amazing service in the Vietnam War.
Gable will be adopted by Mr. Hank Bain, his language arts teacher, who he had a connection with for a long time. Here we have Percy Linkdiaz with Mr. Bain.
So, we're here from RVNN and we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
What influenced you to adopt Gable?
Well, I always wanted a child of my own, and I never had an opportunity until now.
How did Gable stand out to you among all the other students? Why didn't you choose a different student or someone that wasn't even a student?
Well, I remember seeing him read the Book of Mice and Men, and he really stood out to me, and I thought, this is the child for me.
What traits make Gable stand out?
Well, I think he's very kind-hearted, and he likes to read, and he's kind of quiet and thoughtful. I don't know, I think those are all the traits that I think make him a very neat person.
Thank you for your time.
Hello, Weber. We're from RVNN. We'd like to ask you a few questions. All right. How did you react when you found out Gabe lost his uncle?
Well, I was pretty surprised because he never told him.
Did he seem any different than he normally was?
Might have been a little more shy, but not much more than that.
What surprised you more? That he had lost his uncle or that he kept it a secret for so long?
Hey, Weber! Hey! Probably that he had lost his uncle because he seems like the kind of guy who you'll never know everything about.
That makes sense. So you didn't know any sooner than the authorities did?
No, I did not.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. While Gable turned down our offer of an interview, we are not even close to done yet.
We have a clip from a few months back with Marcus Hornung when Gable came to the local police for questioning after being apprehended at his school.
That after a short break.
I like pie doesn't even cut it. This new deal on Pickering pies will make you say I love pie. 5 pies for only $19.99. This deal is way too good to be true. For a limited time only, visit Pickering Pies on the corner of Lapin Lane and Smith Street. 7 locations throughout the Richmond area.
Taxes and fees not included. This offer is available and valid for a short time. All restaurants are participating in this deal. No refund. Money only valid in U.S. dollars. No foreign currency. No copyright. All rights reserved. Just kidding.
Looking for a new companion to keep you company? Having trouble finding the perfect pet? You don't like shedding, licking, or excessive chewing on anything? Come visit the Tuolumne County Veterinarian Center on the corner of Smith Street and Guppy Lane. We guarantee you to find the perfect match. All the pets here are as snuggly and cuddly as possible.
We're currently covering Gable Pace and his time with the feds. Gable is currently running into the parking lot away from the authorities. The authorities have caught up and they have Gabe now. Mr. Bain and Mrs. Pickering now on the scene. It appears as if they are trying to help Gabe, but the authorities are clearly in power here. We have just received more news. Gable Pace is being taken to the county jail, along with Mr. Paul Smith, who is being taken there for unknown reasons. We have also received news of a friend who helped pull Gabe through this tough time. His newly found dog, Guppy, has said to have been scared policemen and shot in the leg after being mistaken for being ferocious. Now back to headquarters.
We have new information on Mr. Paul Smith. In the Vietnam War, Mr. Smith was investigating an enemy sniper hut when he saw movement in the corner, shot, and fired. It turned out to be a small child. This haunted Mr. Smith for the rest of his life, and it still does today. That is why he tried to kill himself by shooting himself in the face with a rifle. He could no longer work in the field, so he went to Graves Registration to work as an embalmer. Now, to Witham and Lee on a book on Gabe's miraculous journey.
Graduate started and published a novel on Gable Pace's journey through these rough times. This is the first book.
Vernon Colgan had been dead to the town of Drayford, Virginia so long that when the crusty old war vet finally died, only one person noticed. 12-year-old Gabe has been in the foster care system until a social worker located his Uncle Vernon 2 years later. But when Gabe comes home to find his uncle has died of a heart attack, he's too stunned to react, so he does nothing. The next day, he comes home and finds a strange note in his mailbox. "I have a secret. Do not be afraid." And his uncle's body is gone. Thus begins a unique correspondence between Gabe and a mystery card writer. But eventually, Gabe's secret will be found out, and how will Gabe and the mystery card writer learn to move forward?
We have a few reviews on the Mailbox. Mr. Jones from the New York Times rates the Mailbox with 4.5 stars. He says that this book is fast-paced and great for young readers. Mr. Petro from the Washington Post rates it 5 stars. A moving book and great to read as a small group. He recommends it to anyone. Mr. Leppa from the New Yorker rates it 4 stars. The perfect balance of excitement and empathy. Make sure to visit your nearest Barnes & Noble, shop the largest bookstore for books, music, gifts, games, and movies, and buy a copy now, only $5.99.
Thank you for watching Channel 942, News at 942.
On behalf of all of us at RVNN, I'm Matthew Eppel.